So we're looking at, again, microgrids. We actually have a pretty robust program, and I think we're on, I want to say, kind of a leading edge. We started looking at microgrids about 4 years ago after we saw what happened with the derecho show here, and said, we've got some facilities here in Montgomery County that we really got to start taking care of and looking at. And so again, this is kind of basic of what you guys have already seen about looking at energy efficiency, developing resiliency, and if the gentleman taking the picture, thank you. You're good.
I do this for Janine. She likes to have action shots.
Again, we're looking at, sustainability effects, and again, it has to be cost effective. One of the drivers that we had when we first went out with an RFP, we probably had about 18 different companies respond to our RFP. We are actually doing 2 facilities. We're doing our public safety headquarters and our correctional facility in Montgomery County. We thought, first of all, the correctional facility would be an important facility to kind of keep going in case there was a grid outage, and we wanted to make sure doors stayed closed and whatever. Our public safety headquarters basically runs our police headquarters, our fire headquarters, our Department of Transportation, our Homeland Security, and so they're a critical function in keeping Montgomery County up and operating. We are in an area that probably within 5 miles has about 25–30% of Montgomery County residents. So this is, again, a function where we can provide continuous service to the community, and actually to the utility. The utility, Pepco, has been fairly supportive because they realize that if we can keep the fire and our Department of Transportation up and operating, they can get their trucks out to the local areas and start fixing power lines and everything. So again, for them, it's an important aspect. We are doing approximately, at the public safety headquarters, we're doing 2 megawatts of solar, which will be finished in about 45 days. The CHP that we're putting into the system is an 800 kW CHP system, which services the base load for the facility. That will be finished in about April of 2018. So within about 6 months, we will have an operating function. Again, one of the issues that we're concerned with, as was mentioned earlier, is the control system, because if you think about it, the solar's been around for a long time. Okay, there's no big deal with the technology in that. CHP, cogen has been around even longer, and so there's no big deal with that. But again, how you bring everything together is really kind of the issue. Now, what we were also able to do is, like a lot of government organizations, we had a critical infrastructure issue with this facility. Our medium voltage, low voltage system was failing. We needed to upgrade it. So we were actually able to roll in the capital cost of that upgrade system along with the solar and the CHP, and achieve a grid parity pricing on our system. We did a third-party PPP. Of the 16 people that responded to it, they came in with all kinds of different offerings. Our criteria was kind of twofold. We didn't have any money, so we didn't want to pay for it, so they had to come up with a structure that could pay for it. And secondly, we didn't want to pay any more than we're already paying for it. And so we worked with Schneider Electric and Duke. They were the winning bidders of this group, who have kind of a robust microgrid system. And we're quite happy with, again, what they've been doing and how they've been operating with us so far. So let's see. So as I said, we've got, again, with public safety headquarters, 2 megawatts of solar, 800 kP of our CHP, medium voltage, low voltage upgrade. And again, what we've also added in this, which Schneider's been able to do, is look at their cybersecurity system in conjunction with this whole system. So again, we feel real strong about, again, the capability that we're going to have to keep this thing up and running. Our public safety headquarters, again, this is a little picture of that. It is up it's actually in Gaithersburg off of 28. If we decide that maybe there's a field trip that people want to make, maybe around the April time, I'm sure we'd be happy to host you guys for that thing. Our correctional facility is a little smaller because we got 200 kW CHP there. Again, cybersecurity. We're again servicing the base load for that facility. We also have 2 1 megawatt diesel generators there, which is all going to work in conjunction with that site. The other thing, again, what we're doing, again, we're looking at this as a microgrid as a service. So we're actually buying KWH, okay? We're not putting out any capital at all. We have a 20-year contract. We're not responsible for the operations or maintenance of the system because, like a lot of government facilities, we don't have the capability to be able to actually operate sophisticated equipment like this. So in our contract, again, it's the owner's responsibility to keep that up and operating, maintaining that system, and performing the way it should. And let's see. This isn't mine. That's okay. So that's what we're doing. As I said, we think besides these two systems, I've got 4 other systems that are up in the design board. One of them is actually with. How's my time? Am I over?
No, you're good.
I'm good. Okay. Oh, 2 minutes. Great. Maybe some time. Again, one other project we're working with, again, is with Pepco. Again, this is kind of a joint venture with them. We talked about, again, earlier, working with the local utility company. We're right now looking at Rockville Core. This is actually public information now, as about a week or so ago. In the Pepco-Exelon merger, Pepco is required to look at 2 microgrids, one in Prince George's County, one in Montgomery County. We are working with them right now to do the design work on about an 8 to 9 megawatt system, which again will have solar, CHP, and battery. We're probably another year away from design and probably a year and a half away from beginning construction on that. I do have 3 other projects that I'm working on with smaller microgrids, probably in the 160, 150 kW. One for an animal shelter, because we realized with Sandy and some of the other existing situations we had, there are a lot of animals that are out running around after everybody leaves, and there is a big issue with these animals in running around through the streets. So we're going to put together a microgrid for our animal shelters so that we can house a lot of these animals so people come back, they can actually find their pets again. Anyways, that's it. So thank you.